Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating...
Ich sag ja Flo, dass es wenig ist.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Ja, klasse, nee, immer gerne. Hab das Gefühl, es war mal mehr Gigabyte. Nee, leider nicht.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Okay.
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that?
Danke.
The fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
It takes the soft stairs to the right. Aber da ist es so dunkel, da sehe ich ja nicht, wo ich hintrete. Was ist, wenn da ein Abgrund ist? Die in der Mitte oder die links? Ich nehme die, ich nehme die linken.
You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs until there's nothing left in them to feel. The air around you grows cold further you progress. At first a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold. Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor. You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill.
Kritisch?
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey.
Auf was für ein Trip sind wir hier gerade?
Continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all,
Oh, nice.
an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you just going to stand there?
Hi?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Was gibt's? Was? Das Brot jetzt meinst du, oder? Mm.
Yeah, I know. I've been watching you stare at me for a long, long time.
Oh Gott. But why not darkness? Okay. Das wird wieder kritisch im Februar. Also, weil ich Darkness sagte. Ich glaube auch. Ja. Dankeschön, ich bin schon fertig. War ein Nutella-Brot einfach. Mm.
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face. I don't think she likes us.
Ja, die guckt auch sehr angepisst.
Wouldn't you be skeptical of someone stumbling in here if you were her? We lost ourselves the second we stepped into this place. I don't know how long she's been here, but I can't imagine it would be easy for her to trust anyone. Those eyes, though. They're so sharp. It's just deception. Don't buy into it. You can do this.
It's okay. Don't worry. Sometimes I get lost here too.
Okay.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one
Okay,
of
die ist
her,
komplett anders.
there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Oh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Okay.
What, like you need me to hold your hand and tell you everything's okay? You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here?
Ah.
We're probably
Oh,
stuck down here
Gottes
forever,
Willen.
aren't we?
Wer ist...
There's no way out.
Wieso?
Barely a way in. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either.
Okay.
And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
No, you're...
I
Nein.
don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
Aha.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going.
Das werden ja immer mehr... Ich weiß es doch nicht.
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that?
Mehr
Where would we
Waifus.
start? We'd always start by retrieving the blade. Can we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to
So
go
sieht's
back
aus, Seni.
through those stairs. Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it. Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we?
Wir beginnen also die
What's the point of asking
Klonkriege.
questions if all we're going to get is a million answers? Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
Wow, okay. Das ist ja voll dein Element jetzt hier, ne, mit den Quotes. Okay, what's your name?
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really. You can call me Princess, if you'd like. Princess. It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
Das sind sehr viele verschiedene Persönlichkeiten gerade.
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
Ja, hatte ich. Hab dich sogar im Chat, im Discord eigentlich angepinkt. Schäm dich.
And do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster?
Schande, ja.
Everything you've heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything, starting with you.
Okay. Wollen wir was anderes spielen? Ich glaube, ich habe es mir anders überlegt.
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do. How do we decide what to do?
Gerade
Can there
gruselig.
even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been
Hab's gefunden.
one
Sehr gut.
option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Ich finde die hier oben gerade mega creepy. Na, eigentlich hat Erik das cute bekommen, aber ich lasse dir mal die Illusion. Aber es war sehr cute von dir, dass du es für mich rausgesucht hast. Damit wir, ne? Damit es nicht so unfair ist.
Wait, that's not right. Go on.
Nein, Celine, es war sehr cute von dir.
You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
So Leute, fischt man sich Komplimenten. Und dafür wünsche ich dir jetzt erstmal 3 Tage Durchfall.
You find the blade suddenly in your hands.
Oh,
You use it to strike at her
mein
bindings as you remain
Gott,
upset
was
to
ist
slay her
mit dir?
and languish alone.
Oh, das ist ja creepy.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't...
Okay. Räuspert sich. Haha. Ja, andere können auch cute sein, die Kuh.
Do you not have anything witty to say?
Willkommen zurück, Nino. Ich glaube, nach dem Spiel wirst du auch nicht mehr schlafen können.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time?
Er
It's
ist
the
eh die
same as
cuteste
nothing
von allen,
happening,
von
and
daher.
nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
So schlimm. Es ist gerade verstörend, ja.
What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
Geil, dann hat man ja 6 Titten. Was?
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
Wow. Ich muss mir das gerade schön reden. Das ist gerade sehr gruselig. Das ist gerade richtig gruselig.
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Wir müssen jemand loswerden. Wann hast du Zeit, das zu planen? Bitte was? Das ist jetzt The Forest geworden? Irgendwie
It's a little
schon.
late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
It's going to be okay. I'll do my best. Aber ich mach das. The illusion of choice.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Oh, there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing. I don't like that silence.
The decay. Gottes Willen. Dankeschön. Mensch, Nino, vielen Dank für die kalte Cola.
Of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new. And to look away
This is real,
is to
yeah.
reshape them yet again.
Sie sieht irgendwie seltsam jetzt aus. Sie sah vorher nicht so aus. Und ich habe das Gefühl, sie wird immer mehr festgehalten.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Ja.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
I think I hate you. Boah, es gibt schon krasse Antworten.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special. I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you. These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and walk. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me. But
Wow,
it is a
Driver.
shape they cannot hold.
Oh, nein, wir reden nur weniger mit dir. Oh, wow.
They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves. And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it. I will be here when it is
Ah ja,
time
es
for
ist
us
schön.
to meet again.
Ja, wir sind wieder tot. Woo! Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a
Oh,
path. You're
jetzt geht
here
das schon
to
wieder los.
Are you serious?
Mm. Irgendwann müssen wir aber auch die Prinzessin wirklich mal töten, ne? Aber ich wehre mich noch dagegen.
You make your way up the short path. A warning. She will... We're not going to ignore him. The interior of the blade. The door to the bed. Her voice
Hello?
is... Don't let it fool...
Wait, really?
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs. I am...
Die kennen wir
begging-
aber schon, ne?
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
You were... You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chain. They're large and heavy. Far too solid.
Kennen wir
I'm
alles
guessing you
schon.
don't-
Maybe it's doubtful.
Okay.
Good
I'll
luck.
be here.
You attempt to make
Tschüss.
someone... You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This easier for everyone.
Easy, easy,
I heard the
easy.
door slam.
There's a slight panic.
If I could just...
She barely...
Oh
she
my
whips
God,
its
okay.
forward. You
Ich slay sie jetzt.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. The wound drives her to the ground. Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room.
Die kann man
and
gar
meets
nicht
your
töten.
eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same
Wo hat jetzt diese
animal
Szene her?
ferocity
Was ist da
she used
los?
to tear at her arm. Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your
okay,
fair
das
share of
Ende sehr
damage as
übel.
well, the blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Boah, sind das miese Antwortmöglichkeiten. Ich kann jetzt einfach sie, also wegrennen und hoffen, dass sie einfach ausblutet. Boah, Ich beende den Job.
You steel your resolve and take another step closer to the princess. You probably
Ich glaube
won't
aber,
make
sie
it
wird
out
eher
of here
uns
alive,
umbringen.
but you
Haben wir
can still
verdient,
make
ganz
sure that
ehrlich.
she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised. Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job. You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons. And then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
But you don't have time to worry over such things.
Okay.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Nice. The witch.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And you're here to sleep. Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals.
Ach,
The fate
okay.
of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all.
Ich habe jetzt auch gerade ein Déjà-vu. Klo.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him. You know I can hear you, right?
Was
It's going
mit
to be a lot
Sinn? Ja.
harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Das Problem ist, meine Cam ist die ganze Zeit irgendwie im Weg, ne? Turn around and leave, das haben wir schon mal gemacht.
Those are two very different. If you
Ja,
wanted
haben wir auch
and yet you
schon.
and I believe. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. Yet had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? That's a very good point. This princess character seems
Easy, alle
in a lot
bannen.
of trouble, and if you think about it, actually slaying her probably breaks us out of this cycle, right? We don't want to be stuck here forever, do we? You're laying it on a little thick, aren't you? Laying it on a little thick? What are you talking about? I'm sharing my honest opinions. What matters is that almost everyone seems to be on the same page. So whenever you're ready, you can stop dawdling, get to the cabin, and save the world. Oh, she will lie. Don't. The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots.
Das
the
sieht schon
walls a
ganz
chaotic
komisch aus.
weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Aber das heißt, sie jetzt nicht sehr gut ausgesucht, Zeni, weil die reden die ganze Zeit.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Ja.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't
Alles
been
gut,
killed by
Zeni.
the princess. so focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Die krosse Krabbe? Was? Aber eine krosse Krabbe Pizza hätte ich jetzt auch gerne. Voll geil. So, wir gucken uns mal den Spiegel an.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll... You reach
Nein, der
forward,
ist weg.
rub your hand against
Cheeseburger
the
Pizza? Ja,
cabinet. I hope
geil.
you know how ridiculous you look right
So, ich nehme jetzt das
now.
Messer
Take the
mit.
blade- Well, if with that sn-
Ich lasse es ja sonst immer hier. Jetzt gehen wir runter.
The door to the basement, the
Ah, das kommt mir auch schon
wood
bekannt
stuck
vor.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down.
Okay.
Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Okay, ich gehe wieder. Nee, nee. I'm not nasty.
But you are.
Nein.
You wretched little thing.
Halt die Klappe.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognize
Oh Gott, die ist ja voll creepy.
little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are.
Nein.
And I remember what you've done.
Was? Oh mein Gott, sie weiß das. Scheiße, sie weiß, dass wir sie gekillt haben und jetzt wird sie... Jetzt wird sie sich an uns rächen. Oh mein Gott. Sie ist jetzt richtig angepisst.
See? She knows us.
Oh
Is this enough
fuck.
for you to believe what we've been saying?
2 Minuten sind um. Ich habe trotzdem gerade eine Husche, weil ich Angst habe.
Maybe, but you shouldn't let that cloud your judgment. She's just a princess. As long as you remember that and remain focused, slaying her will be easy. She seems friendly
Oh
enough.
fuck.
Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out.
Oh shit. Und jetzt habe ich das Messer mit.
I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say?
Wow.
Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
Sie ist schon in Angriffmodus und sie sieht aus wie eine Bestie. Warum?
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are. One hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses.
Die hat gar keinen Bock auf uns.
Good.
She's acting like she already knows you. I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it
ich
deductive
trinke Cola.
reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. You fought us on it back in the woods. That was when the only perspectives we had were yours and mine. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
Die will bestimmt uns einfach nur.
Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Wir können sie auch benutzen. Ach du Scheiße. Okay, das ist eine Menge Text. I'm sorry about last time. Look, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes, right? I'm sure you made mistakes. Don't worry, the blade isn't for you. Or not for you killing. Are you? Du bist bestimmt nicht glücklich gerade bei uns mit mir, ne?
Joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
Give her the blade. Oh Gott. Wenn ich das hier... Okay, das ist schwierig.
Things did get out of hand, didn't they? But it's hard to let bygones be bygones when they led to murder. And you started it.
Ja. Oh, ihre Angriffspose. Komm, wir sind so naiv und so richtig blöd jetzt und geben ihr das Schwert. Das Messer.
You can't be serious.
Doch, ich bin serious. Sie wird uns jetzt sowas von abschlachten.
Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it.
Das ist das Einzige, wie ich
What
sie
if you
vielleicht
use it to
überzeugen
kill
kann.
us? I vote no.
Sie wird... Wir sterben eh die ganze
As do
Zeit.
I.
Was soll's.
Abstain? You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
Ja, sie wird uns töten. Sie hasst uns, ja,
You're
aber...
going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do.
Aber ob wir ihr das Messer jetzt geben oder nicht, sie wird sich den Arm wieder abreißen und uns angreifen und dann war's das.
You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
You hear a clanging of metal against the
Die kann sie
floor.
einfach befreien,
Chains
ich sag
fall
doch.
from the princess's wrist.
Ich sag's doch, die kann einfach jetzt zu uns kommen. Ob wir ein Messer haben oder nicht.
She could have gotten out of
Oh,
those
die
the
wird uns
whole
jetzt sowas
time.
von
That's
abschlachten, ne?
sneaky little. Woman after my own heart. It's
Ich meine, wir haben sie in der
a
letzten
shame
Runde
what
auch
this is,
angelogen.
because if I were her, I'd use it on
Ist
you.
nur fair.
Luckily for us, you're not her. Oh, we sure think alike, though. I promise you that. Whatever you say next, you better make it count. She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time, until you and she are face to face.
Wir sind ready zu sterben.
What do you think happens now?
Wir werden sterben. I know. Oh, mein Gott. You're beautiful. Ah, scheiße. Ich kann ja nur falsch antworten, ne?